Hi, good afternoon. So, yes, today is our third day, or I believe the fourth day in this beautiful city, Darjeeling, and it's eternally beautiful, the beautiful and divine experience. And today we are heading towards the Miracle Lake, and yes, that's Simana viewpoint once again. And yes, the another thing is the another beautiful destination is that Gopal Dhara Tea Garden, as Gopal signifies the name of Lord Krishna. So obviously, with the sweetness of his Murli, we will really notice the eternally divine tea garden, which will be full of fragrance and which enlightens the soul with an eternally soothing balm. So such a beautiful I would say that such a beautiful fate is of mine, that I'm experiencing such divine beauty, and I'm also feeling so blessed that I am making all of you experience this eternally divine experience, though it is virtual, but still I'm trying my best to actually help you enable you to have the real glimpse of the beautiful glory and the absolutely spectacular beauty of this divine city. So yes, today we have with us Mr. Kalyanji, as his name signifies. Yeah. So yes, as its name signifies, he is the actual benefactor, as we know the meaning of Kalyan, the word Kalyan. So yes, he is going to introduce us to the eternal history of this beautiful place, Darjeeling. So yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's up to you.
First of all, namaste to all of you, and it's very pleasure to have sir as a guest of mine. And myself, I am Kalyan Pradhan. I am the permanent resident of Darjeeling. I am living here. I am here from last 6-7 generation in Darjeeling. And today I am going to tell you the history of Darjeeling.
Let's introduce ma'am also.
And she is a co-driver. Actually, I was feeling quite dizzy because I woke up today in the 3 a.m. in the morning, and I went to airport again back to Darjeeling, and I'm taking sir to Miracle Lake. That's why if I feel some dizzy, my co-driver will drive the car again.
What's your name, ma'am?
Her name is Gracie Chetri. So let me tell you the history of Darjeeling. Actually, during 16th century, till 16th century, Darjeeling belongs to Sikkim. It belongs to Sikkim, and it was ruled by the King Chogyal. And that time the population of Darjeeling was very less, merely not more than 5,000 like that. It was like a village, and and after that the Nepal kingdom, there was a Gorkha kingdom. That time they attacked Darjeeling and took over Darjeeling, and this became a part of Nepal after that. So the Gorkha dynasty ruled for 200 years, and after that the East India Company or British Empire came to India, and they attacked Nepal, and they had a ferocious battle between Nepal and Gorkha, and this war was called Anglo-Gorkha War, and it lasted for 3 years. Since Britishers has a modern weapon, they had a lot of army, but they couldn't defeat Gorkhas because of the bravery. So after that they had a treaty, and at that treaty this called a Sungawlu Treaty, and after that treaty it was written that all the land annexed by the Gorkha must be returned back, and they established a Gorkha regiment that time. Because of the bravery, they saw the bravery of the Gorkha. No, that's why they established the Gorkha regiment that time. And today in India we have got 12 regiment, Gorkha regiment, and in UK we have got 6 regiment. So still there in 2 countries we have Gorkha regiment. So after that, this was returned back to Sikkim again. Darjeeling was returned back to Sikkim again, and after that they returned back to Sikkim. But also what happened, there was a land dispute between Sikkim and Nepal, and in middle British came, and they found Darjeeling such a beautiful place, so they took Darjeeling as a lease. They from Sikkim government, Sikkim king, and they paid 4,000 rupees annually as a lease land. And after taking a lease land, they introduced tea over here in Darjeeling. And Lord Campbell was the first person to introduce tea in Darjeeling. So when they introduced tea, timber and tourism in Darjeeling, the population started to grow gradually, because they gave a good ways over here, they give good facilities over here. So slowly Darjeeling population started to increase, and it went up to 50,000 that time during 18th century. I am talking about 18th century. But after taking that, again Sikkim government, what they did, they increased the annual charge, lease fee. So in that pretext, British Empire took over Darjeeling, and this became a part of India now, British India. Darjeeling became.
So yes, actually, I'm so sorry to intervene in between. So as you're saying that gradually, Darjeeling became a part of the Indian regiment.
Yeah.
So obviously, and since then we have been maintaining the overall infrastructure so beautifully, right?
Yeah.
As I've come here for the first time, like the railways, which we are noticing, and as yes, we can see we are actually going by road, and we can see the zigzag, this platform running behind us, and yes, we can see the toy train which is coming here. And I've never noticed such a beautiful experience on road where the toy trains are coming in such a way, and yes, the overall rail tracks are actually situated in such a manner, they have been laid out in such a manner, like in the zigzag form, in the Z form, correct, sir?
Yeah.
So that eternally actually tells us that from last 70 years, almost 70 or 75 years.
Train is from last 135 years.
Okay, 135 years. That's really spectacular, because we have been maintaining that particular legacy, and the operations are still running. And for the daily life, routine activities of the localites residing here, as well as the overall tourists worldwide who are coming to Darjeeling. So such services are being given at a level beyond excellence. I would say beyond excellence, because that is my personal experience which I am feeling here. So the overall applause for the overall maintenance by the local engineers, or the overall artists, the overall technical staff, that really needs to be appreciated. As Sir has truly said, from last 135 years, the overall infrastructure has not even gone with normal wear and tear. So that really tells us the eternal caliber and truly outstanding capacity of the concerned staff. The overall holistic efforts, that is really wonderful. And Sir has told us the entire history to us in a very beautiful manner. But more than history, as we are living here in the present, and I have come here, but as currently I can say, yes, history is remarkable, that the foundation is eternally strong, but the overall applause is for the overall maintenance efforts which are going on. That stuff really needs to be appreciated. And yes, I wish to share my personal experience here as well. Yesterday I went to the zoo here, the Darjeeling Zoo, and there I noticed various birds in the museum whose bodies have been preserved from last 150 years, I believe. 150 years or 200 years. This birds and reptiles of various species, the smallest bird to the largest bird, and whatsoever mammal we can call, even the python, that has been preserved from last 150 years. And that is truly spectacular, with such minute details of each species. So the only thing which I wish to state here, which has really touched me so deeply, yes, firstly is the beauty, which has really no words, but who is maintaining that beauty, who is behind that curtain, that is really remarkable. True, sir?
Yeah.
The overall maintenance efforts, which is helping us to experience such beauty. Because as we know, the things usually go through the normal wear and tear. But who is responsible for us to enjoy that beauty in the present as well. That is the eternal artists, the eternal staff, the overall holistic efforts of the overall Darjeeling community at large, and yes, the overall Indian government, with whose efforts Darjeeling is really becoming the darling of each and every person across the globe. So yes, this is such a beautiful experience, and yes, I'm eternally getting mesmerized throughout my journey because I'm noticing the railway tracks here of the joy train ride. That's why it's the eternal joy of the zigzag which is going on. So that's really beautiful, and yes, I'm going to share the videos of the zigzag joy ride as well. And you know, its name is Joy Ride, and we are experiencing eternal joy in this, but actually a lot of hard work has been engaged behind the curtain here.